Today we're going to be watching Patti LaBelle and Mariah Carey in the same video. Is it Christmas? Because it feels like it's Christmas. Here's where we do the logo. Imagine a world where Patti LaBelle is your hype person. That would be great. I actually really enjoy how you're hearing Mariah kind of blend in with the choir in a way that's like pretty much she sounds like she's part of the choir. Now I personally like that, but you know, that might not be your thing. Ooh. Okay, belt. Okay. So one of the reasons why this is, it sounds brassy, it sounds almost like a brass section, but also a choir, is because when you belt, you contract the area epiglottic sphincter, which is basically twang. It is twang. Okay, so these right here, those are the vestibular folds, more popularly known as the false folds. So what does that have to do with the area epiglottic sphincter? The difficulty is that everything, when you look at the vocal folds, they're basically a top-down view. It doesn't really give you a great image. So let's take another look, but through a 3D model. That's where we're getting fancy. So these are the false folds from a side view. They're pretty significantly large, right? They're durable because in part of their size. But these right here, these muscles that connect to those false folds are called the area epiglottic muscles. When these contract right here, what ends up happening is that the false folds become kind of more thick right there. And so that highlights frequencies that we call twang, right around from 2K hertz to all the way up to maybe 4K hertz. The contraction of these muscles is very much part of belting. And so that's why they're getting that steely, trumpety, brassy sound. It's the area epiglottic sphincter. Oh, but listen to this audience. That's hype. I love the raspy tone that Mariah is bringing here. She's doing that little dance with her knees. No, I'm not being critical. I can barely dance at all. In fact, I'm a danger to myself and others when I do. What we're seeing is actually the very much not using the area epiglottic sphincter folds, muscles. And together they create a sphincter. But anyway, anatomy aside, what we're getting from Mariah is a little bit more of a raspy, less steely tone. It's a great contrast from what we were hearing before. Oh boy. Okay, we go right back to brassy, and I'm so happy. I didn't mean to rhyme that, but I did. I mean, come on. Oh my god. Only Patti LaBelle could rock a mullet. Everyone else looks like a tool, but when Patti LaBelle does it, it's something else. Also, I love what she's doing. When you're contrasting her to Mariah, you really do notice that Patti has a big voice. Part of that is what that steely area epiglottic sphincter contraction, that does add to it, but it's just got this big sound in general. And it's amazing sound, especially in combination with Mariah and the choir. I really love it. Okay, oh, okay, harmonies. Okay, hold on, wait. We gotta listen to that again. Harmonies. You'd think at this point I'd be used to Mariah's whistles. What? I love how she just cracks it out too. She's like super casual about it. Oh, you're gonna take the lower part? Well, I'll just take the highest part. One of the things I really love here is that the choir collectively like glides, right? They do it all together. You have to be pretty, it's not the hardest thing in the world, but sliding up like that doesn't come with a meter, right? You're not going to be like on beat 2, slide up to the higher note in 3 seconds over time, right? Like you'll get that. So it's something you really have to listen to each other. And if you listen to what the choir is doing, they're just right on time. There's no like stragglers who are like, wait up, wait up. No. They're perfectly on time as they do a glissando, which means, you know, they're going up. So like, ooh, well, it's a slide. They can go down to, ooh, right? That. You know, like there's no stragglers here. There's no one like, well, wait for me. Nice. Wow, that's really interesting. It's a big contrast from what we were hearing before with that steely, brassy sound, like the belting that we were hearing. This is more of a hooty ooh vowel. And it's very, very, I love this. I mean, contrast is usually the best decision that you can make from an artistic point of view. You know, if you're going brassy and belting, it's really a great idea to then contrast that sound with something like what we're hearing right now. I love the difference between the two. With Mariah, we're getting a very elongated vocal track by just kind of pursing the lips a little. So you have Mariah's hooty, more ooh vowel with the lips pursed, and then Patti is given a little bit of a smile. So what difference does this make? Let's hear from a scientist who's far more qualified than myself.
And you can see here slices all the way from roughly where the trachea begins. Here's where the vocal folds would be, and out here's the mouth.
You presumably have to change the shape of this as it's
dynamically,
yeah.
Several times a second. Here's an example of what we would do to change the shape in a simple construct like ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. And now I'll play it for you, how it was actually done by the simulator.
So that's a very specific lesson learned. Let's take a look again at what Patti and Mariah are doing. That little difference actually makes quite a big difference in terms of the sound. When you purse your lips like this, you actually end up extending the vocal tract, which facilitates lower frequencies. On the other side of that, if you retract your lips into a smile, you're shortening the vocal tract, which highlights higher frequencies. So even if you're on the same note, it's very different in terms of what sound is created. What I love about this is that when singers perform together, they usually go out of their way to blend. But what we're seeing here is an intentional not blending. They're rebels. They don't need no man. These are strong, independent mouths. Damn. Side note, Patti's dress is like next level.